I'm not normal. On today's Modern Day Leper with Ahmad Blakemore. Hello, how are you? And welcome back to another edition of Modern Day Leper with Ahmad Blakemore. Good to see all you guys, all the Leper fans. Good to be back, and I appreciate all the emails I'm getting saying, hey, how are things going? Things are going great, wonderful. Some things are a little slow because I'm still having oral surgery issues right now. So that's a kind of part of what's going on. But it's good to be back. Good to be back in the chair. Good to be back on the mic. Good to see you guys. And here we are. Sex offenders are not normal. So I went to a church organization. They were having a program, and the program was called Family in God. Family in God. And I was invited to speak on sex offenses within the family structure. And being part of the program, there is usually a question and answer part of the program in which I was asked a question by a young lady. And her question was, why did I start a sex offender channel? Why did I start a sex offender channel? And why would I want to help child molesters and pedophiles? And who do I think I am thinking that they deserve any help at all? Why would I think God would want them to have any help? What a great question, right? So after short dissertation back and forth, she says to me, you know, Ahmad, you're an intelligent man. I like what you're trying to do. The problem with you is you're not normal. That's your problem. Sex offenders aren't normal. So I decided to continue this conversation after looking up the word, and we're going to talk about it together. Normal. Conforming to a standard. Conforming to a standard is what normal is. Conforming to a standard, usual, typical, or expected. The usual, average, or typical state or condition. I had to think about that. And guess what? I'm not normal. I'm not normal at all. And I find that most registered people in their daily life, according to the definition, are not average either. They're not normal. How can we be normal? Where do you live? Do you live in a nice home, in a nice neighborhood? And she said, yes. I said, is that normal? She said, yes. I said, did you know that there were people in Florida living in the woods? Is it normal to live in the woods? She said, no. Then those sex offenders can't be normal, can they? Is it normal to have to register 4 times a year? And she said, no, she didn't have to register 4 times a year. And her life was normal. So then sex offenders can't be normal, can they? You have a full-time job with a great salary. Lots of sex offenders have no employment at all in the United States of America, where it is normal for people to be able to find jobs, and yet they can't get hired. We know these problems exist. Everyone knows these problems exist. And yet we are asked to be normal. When I went to prison, I was sentenced by a normal judge who was well qualified to do his job, by a seasoned DA who was qualified to do her job. They read the law. They sentenced me. They sentenced me under guidelines set forth by the law. I did my time and I came out. And everything up to the point where I came out was normal until I got out, and then things became abnormal. I had no place to live, no job, no support. I was supposed to register 4 times a year, go and see my probation officer and pay. I was supposed to report in to the city and county, police department and sheriff's department and pay without money, without a job. It's like the Bible story where they're asking us to make bricks without straw. Can we do it? This is happening every day, where they're asking sex offenders to be normal and then give us abnormal situations to live under. In Florida right now, they're gearing up to mark license plates with notification that the owner of this car is a sex offender. Is that normal? They're going to start a lot of problems. They want us to be normal while treating us abnormal. They want us to live a normal life, but we don't have the normal conditions that they're trying to put on us. We want these normal conditions. We can't get them. Sex offenders aren't normal. Why would I have this channel? Why would I want to help people? Why would I want to love on them? Because the same love that I'm giving them is the same love I need for myself. It kind of reminds me of the Bible story where Moses looked up and saw the bush on the mountain and said, "What is that burning up there?" And they said, "Oh, that's the Lord's high place." Has anybody ever went up the mountain? He asked. Has he heard the cries of the people in Egypt? And the wife said, "Can a man judge God?" And he says, has anybody ever went up to ask him? And Moses decided within himself that he would approach the mountain of God. If people knew that God was there, why did they not approach? If people knew they could go up the mountain, why didn't they go up higher? Why didn't they ascend for better? Because that's not normal. People are aspiring to be normal. I don't want to be normal. I want to be above the average. I want to give back. I want to help. I want to have love and joy and peace and prosperity and give it to those who need it. This is why I started the channel. This is why I ascended up the mountain. This is why I'm attempting to make bricks without straw, to show that it can be done. Making bricks without straw, just a matter of doing what people say can't be done. We've done our time, and by the time we got out, they changed the rules on us. After changing these rules, we continue to have to live with less, with nothing, with no love. And then they say, sex offenders aren't normal. How can we be? How can we be normal? In fact, we have to be 5 times better. We have to be 10 times faster. We have to be able to do without lots of things that the average person would not dare do without. You ask a man, where does your spouse live? He'll say, in the house with me. Most registered men, if they have a lady, a lot of their lady friends live in a different place from them. A lot of them don't want their ladies in the woods with them, so they live someplace else. A lot of men can't live in the same house with their children. A lot of people that are married to women are fighting their father-in-laws because the father-in-law and the son-in-law don't get along. And you think we should be normal? This is not normal. There is no way we can be normal. I like it. I like the fact that I'm not normal. I'm not aspiring to be ordinary. I'm not aspiring to be run of the mill. I'm not aspiring to be average, usual, common. I'm not aspiring to that. In fact, that's not very much inspiration at all. What I'm aspiring to is bigger, better, faster, stronger, and to love and to help all those people around me that need love, help, and support. If you're looking for average, I'm sorry. I'm not average. I'm not normal. There's something wrong with me. You're right. I'm not normal. There's not a registered person that I know who can be normal. Why would you ask us to make bricks without straw and then complain and say, you're not normal? Well, guess what? I'm glad you noticed. I will never be normal. I will never aspire to it. I don't want it, never have wanted it. I want to be the best in this genre for these people that have ever spoken on their behalf. Who's speaking for the marginalized people? Who's speaking for the registered sex offenders across America and across the world? I am. My name is Ahmad Blakemore. I am the modern day leper, and I promise you, I'm not normal. Get over it. I love you guys. I will see you on the next one. I look forward to doing these videos again. I feel better. My teeth feel better. We're still working on them, and we're going to get this stuff done. Love you guys, and I'll see you on the next one. Have a great one. Bye-bye.